I know we're going to see Salvador Perez and Eric Hosmer, Lorenzo Cain, and I think Christian Colon's going, Orlando's going. So you guys will see some of our better players. We're taking all of our big pitchers with us. So it's going to be a fun trip.
I think playing in the Alamo Dome would be something cool for a lot of guys in here, especially guys from Texas.
Have you ever been to San Antonio before?
Never. I've played in the Texas League, but San Antonio and Corpus Christi are the only two places I didn't go. I've heard in right field it's a little short. I've heard that, but as far as the rest of the field, I haven't really heard or seen what it looks like.
Have you ever talked to Ned about maybe trying to bring the walls in a little bit closer in right field at Kaufman? You know, that probably helped your stats a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think he's on our side about that too. So I know he's been trying to find a way to get him shorter for us, but maybe after we leave the Alamo Dome and the right field looks good, then hopefully that can wear on him and he can let the glass family know how good it looks there, how close right field is.
It's good for half of them. The other half kind of get the dirty end of the stick. You know, they've got to stay here and play 3 games in a row, but it does break it up a little bit, and it's nice, you know, to kind of break up spring training and do something out of the ordinary right in the middle of you know, spring training when it starts to drag a little bit. So it's going to be a fun trip. We're all looking forward to it.
Cody, what can you tell your teammates that are going on this trip to San Antonio about our fair city?
You guys are going to, though, if whoever's going, just understand you're playing at the Alamo. You're not playing at the Wolf. And as a guy who's played in San Antonio for years, you don't want to play at the Wolf because the Wolf is where home runs go to die. I've learned that the hard way. And it's not the Wolf. So we're good. Oh, and the Alamo Draft House is awesome. So I go there all. After every game, I was at the Alamo Draft House, specifically the Park North one.
Nice.
Oh, I was there every night. I would see movies I didn't want to see. And it was great, man. I love San Antonio.
It's 270 down the right field fence. 270. Yeah, Haas is going. Moose wants to go now. Gordo wants. They all want to go. But when you face a guy like Nolan Ryan, I mean, you got to be on your A game. You can't take a day off, and I never did. And it was always a challenge. Like I said, he got me out a lot. I think I got some hits off him. Did I ever hit a home run off him? No. Came close a couple times, I think, and I'm kind of glad I never did because he didn't like that very much. You know, he's a competitor.
You come through the Texas League?
I did, yeah, 1 year, 2006 in Wichita.
Did you play in San Antonio when you were coming up?
I did. I think it was Seattle at the time. You know, we stayed on the Riverwalk. Liked it a lot, but you know, not going this spring training. So.
When you think about San Antonio, what comes to mind?
Just a great town, great atmosphere. You know, the ballpark was great. You know, I just remember just a nice city that you know, we obviously had a little bit of fun after the games too, back in my young days. So it's a good town, and we always enjoyed it.
Room to grow. There's still room for improvement.
Oh, you mean for guys like Moose and Haas and Salvador? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And Lorenzo Cain, too. I mean, Lorenzo, you just see them getting better and better every year, and you still see that none of those guys have reached their ceiling, even though they're experienced world champions now.
Have you heard about that field down there?
No.
Football stadium.
I never heard about that.
It's a short, what is it, 200?
270?
Right
270 to right field.
270 right field?
Yeah.
I maybe swing the lefty.
You can't go opposite field when you got to.
270 right field?
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
They're such a special group because they really know when to have fun, but they know when to get after it too. And when it comes time to get after it, they get after it like, you know, no team I've ever had before. This game, even though you're playing it at the major league level, it's meant to be played like you're 12 years old. You know, when you played when you were, you know, on a little league field, you're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to go out and play like your hair's on fire. You know, you're supposed to play fearlessly. And you're supposed to, you know, play team baseball. And our guys, the special chemistry that we have, they enjoy each other's successes as much as they enjoy their success.